Okay, so hi Tapesh. Can you tell me something about yourself and give me a quick through your CV?
Sure, sir. So basically, I'm from Kasganj, a small town in the Uttar Pradesh, and currently I'm doing the BCom honors from Aligarh Muslim University. Basically, during my childhood, I have a keen interest in my family business, and that is because of my father's always talking about the challenges that they faced in their businesses, and that fascinating me a lot of the during the business, and I'm more interested in doing the MBA.
Okay. So as you have done your bachelor's in commerce, so why a transition into MBA? You could have pursued anything into finance. So why a general transition into an MBA?
So that actually this is my family business, and I wanted to grow it at the pan state level and then further pan India level. And for this growing my business at this level, I need some professional skills, and for that I think that the kind of the leadership skills that the knowledge that gives me through the MBA, it helps me a lot to growing my business at this level.
So as you are stating that you are looking forward to pursue an MBA because of your keen interest in your family business,
Yes, sir.
shouldn't you pursue any certification which will add a value to your business, or you could have even pursued any other courses instead of investing 2 years in MBA?
Yes, sir. Actually, I thought about it, but the thing is that my vision is not so small that that will continue with the certification. Actually, I want a deep understanding about what are the basics of the business and what are the things are to be going in the real practical life. How the companies are to be growing at so much level. So for that, I think that MBA will suited me best.
Okay. Did you do any of the certifications or anything in finance or something?
So actually, I participated in a small finance quiz, basically organized by the NIFF under the SEBI. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, okay. Okay, so as you have done your bachelor's in uh, commerce, so can you, I'm asking some of the questions from your acads. So try to answer in one line only. What are liquid assets?
What are
Liquid assets.
so basically liquid assets are those assets which are turned easily in the cash within a week.
Okay. What is the difference between GST and value added tax?
GST.
GST and VAT?
Yes, so basically this GST, the goods and services tax and the value, prior to the GST, the India will deliver the value added tax, but now it's GST.
Okay, okay. So, as you are able to see that currently the Indian markets are on an all-time high, do
Yes,
you
sir.
see anything that in next 2 to 3 years there will be a cool down as well, or will the Nifties and Sensex will be on the all-time high for the next upcoming 2 3 years as well? What is
So
your
as
take on that?
Yes, so as my perspective that the Indian stock market is currently very high, and I think that in the next coming year it will crack down. Maybe it will correct itself by 15 to 20%. It will not be the shocking thing because it's all-time high as well. Because most of the companies in the last month give the 100% returns as well. If we are talking about this some the railway stocks, and that it will nearly show that in the coming months and in the coming year it will surely correct up to 15 to 20%. Actually, we have to read about it.
Okay, okay. Okay, so can you tell me any situation where you came up as a leader, not as a team player? Any complex situation. And when I am stating a complex situation, it means that there should be at least two to three complexities.
Yes, actually, sir, during my graduation, I participated as a volunteer activity, and that I'm such of the head of the senior food management committee in my university functions. Actually, this is a very famous function in our Aligarh Muslim University, that is Sir Syed Day. And actually, I'm the head of the veg food department. So that I will have to manage the 2 or 3 persons under my guidance, that how the efficiently the food is to be that, served and all the things have to be the work smoothly on that level.
Okay. So let's say you get to convert any of the top B schools, okay, and after joining after 2 years, you get one of the jobs in top consulting firms or top investment banking firms. And now a situation comes that you are not able to join back your family business. So how will you be able to manage that situation?
So actually, I'm not get your question. Can you repeat this?
After completion of your course from MBA, you join any of the consulting or an investment banking firm. Okay? After that situation, you are not able to get back into your family business because your prime objective of doing an MBA was to come back to your family business. So
Yeah.
how you will be managing that situation?
So first of all, that I wanted to pursue the MBA to get some kind of the knowledge, and that's why I'm also interested in doing some of the work in the corporate companies for the at least 2 to 3 years. And actually, that is my shorter goals to work in these companies to get some kind of the practical knowledge, how the companies are to be doing all these type of things, and then I will come to try in my family business
Okay, okay.
at the situation that I face.
Okay. So, Tapesh, what is one thing which describes Tapesh as Tapesh? So, in your past 22 to 23 years of your journey in your school and other things, what is one word which your friends and even family describes you as Tapesh?
So basically, the Tapesh means the warmth of the sun. That will bright as much as possible. So that during my eighth class, I just left my hometowns and just go through the central government school. Basically, this is the residential school, and from there, initially I struggled a lot to just settle there, but then I will never lose the hope. Sometimes I also cried at this school. I had some of the thoughts have come in my mind to the leave this school, but the thing is, I never loses the hope and then determine that okay, so whatever is to be going on, I will face all the situations and then work at my dedications, and then I will basically overcome all the situations and able to do it. So this is something that I will grow as a warmth of the sun.
Okay, okay. So, what will happen when World War III will be fought over? So, can you tell me a quick perception of yours over that?
So, according to my perspective, that if we are deep dive into the geopolitics of our country, then we know that almost there the world is war is to be the going on, whether it's between the Russia-Ukraine war, whether it's Israel-Pakistan or Israel-Hamas war, and currently it's Iran-Pakistan war. So some kind of the situations is also evolving in the around the world to kind of the get if the countries like the Russia, US, and Japan and China can take participate into this, then these wars can also be turned into the World War III. And that actually we can't, the world is so unexpected, we cannot expect anything. So if these companies can some kind of things, then the world war can happen.
Okay, okay. So, can I know again from which state you were?
Yes, I'm from Uttar Pradesh.
Uttar Pradesh. So, can you name some of the major trade and commerce hubs in your state?
Sure, sir. So basically, the major that is, if we're talking about example of the Kanpur, basically major of the exporter of the leather, and the Agra, where the most of the tourists are to be visited here, and some of the religious places are there. For example, Ayodhya, Varanasi, Mathura, and if we are talking apart from this, the major that is the Lucknow city is there, where most of the trades are to be associated with it. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. So, last question of your day. Who is your role model and what are three positives and negatives you take from that person?
So basically, my role model is my father itself because I used to see my father from the very childhood age. There is a sometimes we faces a very financial crisis, that during when I was in class fourth or fifth, we have to no money to eat as well. But the thing is that the challenges they are facing, but they will do hard working. That kind of hard work will motivate me to do just that. What kind of the consequences are there? You just don't lose his hope, but continuously working on it. And second thing that is also admirable for his relating businesses, that uh, he's also will doing great things in the businesses, some kind of the diversity in kind of the product manufacturing. And apart from this, if I'm talking about the negativity, that he will generally take the anger so much quickly. So that's the negative I will discuss.
Okay, okay. Okay, Tavish. So we are done with your interview. So coming on to your feedback part,
Yeah, thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
just a second. That we will be coming on to your feedback part. Yeah. Okay. Just a second. Okay, Tavish. So coming on to your feedback part. So you started up with your introduction, and although it was crisp and short, but I was not able to get some of the pointers where from which I could ask you the questions, basic. Okay, and me as an interviewer will be taking up some of the clues from that, that whether which questions I could ask and which questions not to ask. And if you are not very confident about your acads or something, then more you could drive your interview from your introduction part only. So that was one of the basic concerns which I found over there. Second was that I was not satisfied with your why MBA answer, because although you're looking forward to do an MBA because you want to join your family business back again, but you should come up with some more points so that how that MBA would be adding a value to you first and then to your business. Because to run a family business, you could do any of the certifications or any hands-on other courses which could directly add value to your family business. So MBA as a journey will help you over there or not, that will be a major question over there. Second, coming on to that, there was a geopolitics question, that whether the World War III would happen or not, and what is your perception over that. So you could have easily stated that current condition of India is not that great with its neighboring countries, and India is already on a verge that it is already surrounded by China and its friendly allies right now due to the debt trap. So, how India could come up as a leader over there, and how would be a situation where if India not coming as a leader, which camp it would be joining and which camp it would not be joining? Okay,
Means I
and
have to discuss about the India and the geopolitical situation.
yeah, you could have in World War III, because India will be one of the major camps in the World War III if it would happen ever. Then coming on to some of the on your one behavioral question which I asked was that what is the complex situation which you faced? So the situation which you came up was not that complex that you could come up as a team leader. As I already mentioned that you could have mentioned two to three complexities over there, but I was able to find just one complexity. So. Uh, Try, if you don't know certain answers at certain point, you could come up with any situation you faced in back, or you could take a pause at moment from the interviewer and think and then come up with the answer that whether that might not you have faced in real life, but you could at least tell a story about that, so that I as an interviewer could believe it that there were certain complexities and you really faced that.
Yes, so actually I faced the complexity, but I missed to tell you.
Okay, okay, take it. So, see, in general interview also, you will be interviewed for just 15 to 20 minutes only. And in that, whatever perception you make of yourself in the mind of any interviewer, that will only make it or break it to any of the B schools. So, what take your time. If you don't know answers at a certain point, take your time. Ask him that, sir, give me a moment, and then think about it in a much better manner, and then structure your answers in that way. Also, I will advise you to structure each of your answers, not just. Although you can work on your academic answers and brush up your academic skills, but you as a fresher have to work on certain behavioral questions also. So try to work on that part as well.
Yes, okay, okay. And so thing is that the role model parts, what was that? If you have to improve something in this.
See, as you have already mentioned, father as your role model, so you are already living with him from your birth. So you know him much better. Okay, so three positives which you want to take will be the most easiest one to say to anyone. But three negatives which you don't want to take from him will be a very tough situation, because sometimes when we take our close relation as our role model, we are not that comfortable to project the negatives of that person. So either you could take any other example as a role model, or you when taking as father or brother, try to tell those negatives which will not which are the actual negatives as well, but not that, so that you will be feeling uncomfortable about that. Okay. Do you have any other questions?
Yes, yes. So the thing is that if the that I'm a fresher, and the thing is that if the panelist will go through my accounts and accounts only, then how can I move towards my business questions? That I already told you that I am more interested in business, and there's no question from your side about the businesses. So what kind of business is this? I'm expecting that type of questions from you.
See, that depends on an interviewer. So I was very much interested in asking you the business questions, but I drove interview in a very different manner. So if one panelist will try to drive that into a business world completely, they will be asking you complete whole situation of how your business runs, what is your role into the business. Okay. But I took an interview of you as a fresher, not just one who is directly working into the family business.
Yes, but the thing is that I'm actually working at a very that is initial level that from sixth I was involved in this.
So when I asked you your introduction, mention that point that I have been involved in my family business since class sixth. So that will come up as a highlight. What you came up was that I am very much interested in my family business. So that although drove my interest into that portion, but I was not that in that thought of my mind to ask all the questions on your family business and what is your role into the business and all. So you have to highlight that by saying that highlight by simply that I have been involved in my family business since so long. So this is my role. So see, when a general structure of an answer of introduction for any experienced person comes, so they directly tell about their internship experience or their work role experience. You could mention in your introduction about how you are running your family business. That will generate an interest of mine to ask very much questions on that.
Yeah, okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. ठीक है. So we are done with your interview and feedback part. Thank you for joining.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you.